All right, so this is my new bike. It is a 2022 Stumpjumper EVO alloy, and it's the I bought it as a frame, so it's the elite frame, and then we built it up from there. One thing it did come with was the rear shock, and the guy that I bought it from, he was having problem with the Fox Float X, and he changed it out for Super Deluxe. So I figured I would match the Super Deluxe with another RockShox product, stay within the family, kind of keep that balance is what I'm thinking on that. And I was going for a Lyric. I was thinking a 160 Lyric is what I was thinking at. And then I found this Zeb on Facebook Marketplace of all places. And the guy was wanting 400 for it. It's a Zeb Select 170 mil. It was I think he had ridden it for like 2 months, but it's pretty much a takeoff off a actually a Stumpjumper Enduro. So I actually paid 350 bucks for it, which is just beyond ridiculous. And at that price, I said, well, I guess instead of 160 Lyric, we'll go 170 Zeb. And the thought was, I'll buy it, I'll try it out. If 170 seemed a bit much and pitched everything over and the bike felt weird, then I would buy a new, what is the name for it? The air chamber. Don't know the exact name. Buy one of those in 160 mil and shorten the fork up. As of yet, I'm kind of liking this 170. It really gives you confidence going into stuff. If you're going into like a bit of a steep drop and you know you're going to compress that front end, you really just kind of say, fair enough. How's it going, guys? Let go. Let's start talking about the cockpit. We'll talk about suspension. So, BMW Lone Grips on daily bars. And daily, I think I'm down, I think 770 or 775. I don't remember exactly which I am. I had them 800 for a while. This came off my old bike. I figured since I was building a whole new bike and it was completely different, it's 29, coming up from 27, jumping up about 9 years in technology. My last bike was 2014 Giant Trans SX. So it was it was a pretty decent travel bike, 140 in the back, 160 up front. 160 was the old Talus fork, so it was switchable from 160 to 140. So a lot of stuff around us, especially this trail I'm on right now, is flat and a bit more XE. So the 140, it kind of sat in the 140 until we found something with a bit of downhill and a bit more chunk and a bit more gnaw, at which point we could flip it up into the 160. But that bike never felt comfortable in either. It really felt like it wanted a 150 on the front. The 140 was not enough, and the 160, you just couldn't climb with it. The bike could just pitch over backwards. I'm sure some of it was set up. I mean, not knowing exactly what I'm doing, but we pulled the bars off anyway. Long story long, and we put it on this bike because it was one thing. With that much change, I felt like I wanted something familiar on the bike, and since the bars are what I put my hands on, that's what came over. The stem is the title, I believe it's the ST1 in a 35 mil, 31.9 for the bar width. It's a little bit shorter than what comes on Stumpjumper EVOs usually. I believe they're 150. I believe they're 50 mil stems, but I kind of really like this 35 mil. It's nice and tight, and a lot of, as you can see, a lot of tree gates around here, a lot of flat corners, and kind of makes the bike respond pretty decent. And it's pretty as hell. There's no denying that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And then we dressed it up with some Deity aluminum anodized spacers in bronze, mostly because the bike is bronze and silver. So I figured, as opposed to going just straight black up on the front end, I would carry on the color scheme up there. Just a little bit of tricking it out. Not an awful lot, but we do it. And then brakes. We're on Migura Trail Sport brakes, which is a 4-part up front and a 2-part in the rear. Really like them, and they were a ridiculous price as well. My son has a set and he really liked his, so I figured for the new build we'll take a look. And then when I jumped on Amazon, he's had his for about 1.5 years now, and he paid like $260 for his, and I bought mine off Amazon for $169, and I've seen them go down all the way. I'll check when I get home, put the actual cover price on there, but they're like $150, which is just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The 4-part is basically an MT5. So if you wanted a set of MT5s, all you'd have to do is pick up another 4-part for the rear, and pretty simple upgrade for about $60-70, which is super nice. I like them. I got a PMW dropper post on this, 150mm, so also an absolute steal. PMW was having a sale, don't know if they are still now, but you could pick up 150, 170mm dropper posts. Not the cheap one either. I don't remember what the middle one's called, but for $99, $99, I was like, sold. So drivetrain, I'm running 11 speed. I've ran 12. I didn't see the difference very much, a little bit, but the price difference between buying an 11 speed drivetrain and buying a 12 speed drivetrain is a couple of $100. It's I got XT's shifter and derailleur. That was like $110 for the pair of them, which is nice. And then I have a Sunrace 1150 tooth rear cassette, so I have the whole range. I just have space. I would just have a bit more space between my as a step up. And then as far as the cranks, we did put 12 speed on there, so they have 12 speed cranks in case I wanted to switch to 12 speed later. SLX on those, 170mm. Works fine, all works together great. Only thing left is the wheels and tires. For wheels, I actually went with the Hunt Trail Wide version 2s. They just hit all the spots that I wanted to hit. They were affordable. I didn't break the bank buying them. I believe they were $550 all in, and that was with torque caps at the front and HG on the back. I'm trying to think of the name of what you call it, I can't right now. But just the regular Shimano Hyperglide cassette adapter. Is that what you call it? Sounds good enough. And like I say, $550. They are decently light, and they kind of fit in again with the theme of the bike, which is kind of aggressive trail. So that's kind of where they fit in on the wheel range. And 5 degrees of engagement, I believe. 78 points of contact, something like that. Sounds nice though. Kind of sounds a bit rattlesnakey. sure don't get a whole lot of wildlife around me, that's for sure. I mean, just so long as I don't attract a horny-ass rattlesnake, I'll be good. And then tyres, we have the Continentals. So the Continental Carrier at the front and the Zerdan at the rear. There's the Continental Cryptotals and the Zytotals, because why would you call them something that would make sense? They're great. I have had problems with the Zytotal on surfaces that are like stone surfaces that are wet and a bit slick anyway. They just release. They just absolutely release on you. Had it happen twice now, with the back end just come right around on me. Riding with other guys on different tire sets that they're a problem. It's kind of interesting that they would. How's it going? It's interesting that those tires would release like that. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced that on the Zytotal, or if it's just me and I ride garbage. One or the other could be true. That's the speed. Whoop, whoop. Final section. So do I like the bike? No, I don't. Absolutely love it. Maybe it's coming from a 2014 bike to this bike, but oh my god. It pretty much does what you think it's going to do 99% of the time. It's a fun bike to ride. It just really is. I don't know how to describe the suspension other than it's supportive when you're pedaling, but it's also really plush. I think the first or second ride I had on this bike, my son said, what did it feel like? And I told him, it feels like a sports armchair, for God's sake. I don't even understand how they did it. Up and over. That's the beauty of the 170. You just don't even think about that kind of thing.
With this build, what I wanted to achieve was an affordable, aggressive trail bike. As opposed to picking out the most expensive, most flashy parts, what I tried to get was the best bang for my buck. That's everything from the wheels, which are the Hunt Trail Wide version 2s, Continental tires, which are actually really affordable, they're like $69 a piece. Then going with the used Zebs instead of buying some new forks, going with 11 speed instead of 12 speed. I wanted to find out how much money I could save by building the bike myself and using some smart shopping. And what we found was they actually saved over $1,500 in comparison to if I had purchased a new Stumpjumper EVO Alloy Elite build. So if you are in the market for some new parts, just remember, take your time, shop around. There's tons of deals to be had right now, and hopefully you can get your next bike up and going for less money than you thought. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I'm enjoying my new bike. If you did, do me a favor and just go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps me out. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. We got some great content coming up. We'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful day.